All right, today in our math course, we're going to be moving on to lesson number 11. And lesson 11 is going to be looking at our Raised Arithmetic book lesson number 3, which is on page 6. And lesson 3 is going to continue our counting from 41 higher up through till 70. And if you remember last week's lessons, we were looking at the numbers from 1 through 40. We got to counting up that high. And these are just the figures for the numbers that we had been counting. 1 through 20 is this page, and then 21 through 40. So we've gotten a lot of practice at writing these figures for each one of the numbers that we've been counting up through 40. So today we're going to continue that and work our way up past 40. Well, just to remind you what 40 looks like, as you probably remember, this is there's 40 things arranged into 4 little groups of 10, and that adds up to 40. And 40 of the stars look like this. Remember how we kind of worked with that a little bit? And 40 of something doesn't have to look as orderly as this. It can be kind of chaotic and disorderly like this. But this, if you count these, this is still 40 circles. We did that little bubble exercise, popping the bubbles down until we got to nothing, starting with 40. Well, that's what 40 looks like. And if we were to continue that, this is going to be from 41 through 50 is what we're going to work on today. And so just to see what 50 of something looks like, well, there's 40 on the left side of our board. There's 4 groups of 10, here, 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 and here. Let me change my ink pen color. And we're just going to add a few to this. We're going to add 10 more. So we're going to count, this one down here was 40. So we're going to continue up here, 41, and then 42. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and then 50. So there now we've got 50 yellow triangles where we had 40 just a minute ago. We just added 10 more to make 50. And when we rearrange those 50 triangles, now we've got nice, neat rows and columns of 50, and this is 5 rows of 10. So as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 triangles in each row. And that adds up to 50 altogether. Now, something else that has 50 in it is this flag here, this American flag with the field of stars over in this corner. And let me switch to a different color so you can see it better. Maybe this, does this show up here? That show up any better? No. Well, that's okay. We'll just get a little bit fatter pen. Well, this field of stars up here could be very useful in our counting today. Let's take a look. Let me get a little closer to that area with the stars in it. Let's count these stars and see if it's going to help us in our lesson today. So let's count these up one by one, starting with this star right up here. So you ready? Let's count these row by row. Here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this little in-between row, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, should we go faster? 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Lo and behold, we've got 50 stars on that flag. So that's another example of what 50 of something looks like. So now what we want to do, now that we've seen visually what 50 looks like, let's go through the figures for the numbers 41 through 50. Let's write those out on the board and you can see what those look like. So to start with, 41 would look like this, a 4 and a 1. That's 41. And then 42 would look like this. There's a 4 and a 2. And 43, like that. 44, easy, it's just 2 4s. There's 44. 45 is like that. 46, like so. 47, like that. 48 is a 4 and an 8. 49, like that. And 50. 50 is a 50. And now let's count down to make sure we got them all. So that's 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. Okay, we got them all. Well, now I have an idea of what we can do next. Now that we have a higher number to work with, we got a 50. Let's go back to that. Do you remember that maze we were going through? Well, let's see if that gives us enough turns, if 50 gives us enough turns to get all the way through this maze. I think so, but let's go through it just to be sure. So we'll start here like we did last time. That's going to be our starting point. We want to end up over here. That's our exit. So let's see how many turns it'll take us, and I think 50 will get us through there. What do you think? Well, let's go through this and see how many turns it takes to get through the maze. So here we start, and this is going to be turn number 1, and then 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So far, so good. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, whoops, back up. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Ooh, with a couple to spare. We got through there with 46 turns. And so we know that it takes less than 50, fewer than 50 turns to get through that maze. Okay. Well, between now and our next lesson, you can go back and practice writing our numerals from 1 through 50. You can look for things to count that add up to 50, and you can begin to think about these higher numbers like 40 and 50 in terms of groups of 10. Like you see here, this is 50, and you can count to 50 by tens if you think about it. If you group the numbers out, you got 10 here and 10 here, so that's 20, and then 10 more is 30, and then 10 more is 40, and then 10 more is 50. So you can start to see the pattern that we have in numbers as we count higher and higher, how you can work with them more easily as you group them together and think of them in chunks instead of one big mass of numbers, and it helps them to make them more manageable and easier to work with. So just keep practicing with those, and we'll see you next lesson for counting a little bit higher. We're going to go past 50 next time. We'll see you then.